out of the driveway, headed off for Western New York for the weekend. It is May 11th, 6 o'clock. We got about a 4 or 5 hour drive in front of us here. So we'll be getting in a little late, but we'll be right after the birds. Alright, it's May 11th.
May 12th.
Oh, is it May 12th? May 12th. My bad. It's May 12th, 4:30 in the morning. Just parking the car. We're gonna head down to the end of this long, what's usually a cornfield. They got nothing planted in it right now. And we're gonna, typically there's birds roost up on this big hardwood ridge, so we're gonna get all the way down to the very end of it, and hopefully we'll hear some gobbles before they, hopefully we'll beat them down there before they start gobbling. Be able to make a setup, put the decoys out, and hopefully we can get them to come down into us. If we don't hear anything gobbling here, we're gonna head down towards the south end of the farm and just kind of prospect our way down, and hopefully we'll run into some birds somewheres. As we've been told, there haven't been a lot of birds gobbling that you can hear from the house, but from the house you can't hear all the way over into here, so we're hoping that this is where they'll be roosted this morning. And Nolan's up first. He looks a little tired, but I'm sure if we hear some gobbling, he'll wake right up. So we'll get back to you when we're set up, and hopefully we'll have some birds gobbling.
You're not gonna shoot me. It's just a hen. Get your gun more ready than that. You can hear it right there clucking. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but we got a hen clucking at us right over this ridge. Oh, and a bird's got one with her. That was down there. Yeah, I know. So we made a move on this bird, and we're kind of where we started this morning, just across the little ditch from the field. We're trying to figure out where this bird is at, because we might be able to. Oh, there's a deer right there. There's a deer right there.
It's almost as if it doesn't know we're trying to do an update.
Oh, there's 2 or 3 of them going through the woods.
That could be a bad thing.
Well, we've seen a few deer this morning as well. But we gotta. Hopefully, we can figure out where this bird's at, because hopefully we can figure out where to set up on him and call him in. Those are the 2 birds that we were working this morning. A pair of jakes and a hen. We're just out here in the middle of the field. They went gobbling. We walked out in the middle of the field ourselves. So hopefully, we're just gonna sit here and hopefully they're gonna just kind of walk into the woods and.
That's a decent jake right there.
Not be so spooked. they're not as nervous anymore. They're not happy, but they're not as like scared as they were.
So we just got back to the car. The birds weren't cooperating this morning. We did see 2 jakes and a hen that we were trying to get off the roofs out in the middle of the field, and they kind of spooked and walked off into the woods down here between this meadow and there's another one on the back side of that hill. So we think they're somewhere in there, but they weren't gobbling and they were real spooked. It was raining quite a bit, so we headed out. Gonna go get something to drink and something to eat, and we'll go from there. Well, we may be here turkey hunting, but it's always pretty cool to take a look around, see what sheds my cousin's found. He's got a whole bin right here full of the things. Not all from this farm, but most of them are. We got the Wall of Fame. Big old 10-pointer he found dead quite a while ago. Some of these are bucks that we've shot over here, other ones we found dead. This is my personal favorite. Big old spike horn. We found dead out here one year, just a big buck went downhill, I guess. Probably one of the biggest spike horn ever found. Alright, it's a little after 10. The rain finally stopped. And we drove around a little bit. We saw some birds in another field that we do not have permission to hunt, but just gives us an idea that right now they might be headed back out to the field to dry off. Kind of a slow start to the day, but we're gonna go out, do some calling, check a couple fields, and if we don't see anything, we're just gonna make a setup and try and make something happen. You ready, Nolan?
Yeah.
You got your decoy? All loaded? Yeah. All right. Keep that down a little bit. They don't know we're here. They're just walking somewhere. Just stay around and don't move. We're gonna let them get. Don't move too much. All right. So what we got here is we just found the same 3 turkeys we were working this morning. Walking across the corn piece, headed up for the. We don't really know where they're headed yet. We're just gonna watch and find out, and then we're gonna have to go make a move. We can't really do much at the moment because, I mean, as you can see, they're right out there in the middle of the field.
The one in the back has a really nice beard on it.
I wouldn't say there's ever such a thing as a nice Jake beard.
They're headed back towards 4-Point Valley.
They're just kind of meandering out here in the meadow. So once they commit to the woods, we're gonna have to make a move. I don't think they saw us at all. Are you still filming? Yeah. I don't think these birds saw us, but
They're moving fast, but
they were moving fast as soon as I saw them.
they're not concerned.
They weren't ever moving slow.
They're just
They're
near
just
there,
wandering.
walking in circles. If they hit the woods, we're gonna have to get into that other corn piece in the back.
Those are the 2 jakes. I don't see where the hen is.
What's
The hen's in front of him. No, she isn't.
I don't see the hen. What are you thinking, Nolan?
What do you think, Knowles? I don't see the hen either, which might be a good thing for us.
We can't call though, because we're in a pretty bad spot.
No, we can't move much.
What?
It might not. Slowly crawl up. Get up by the poles.
We're not gonna be able to call these birds in. Not right here, anyways.
You're gonna have to get to where they kind of want to go before you can call them in.
don't think they know we're here. Just 100 seconds.
We expected them to be out in one of these fields.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd be in this one, but I'm glad I spotted them before.
Just in there. Sorry about the footage, it focuses on other stuff. Hey. I can see the hen.
You see the hen?
Yeah.
Is she behind him?
Yeah.
I just don't want to keep raising my binoculars up and down.
Well, I'm assuming it's a hen. I just saw an
I
enter.
mean, it's the same two jakes from this morning, no doubt. They didn't. We obviously didn't
No,
scoop
that's
them.
another bird. That's not a real turkey.
Isn't it?
There's two of them. There's four of them.
There's four?
There's another two more.
There's four turkeys. Hey, stop. It's okay.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Both have red heads.
I see it. I see it. So this is new for us. We now have 4 jakes in front of us. We might be able to really do something now, because these aren't the same birds from this morning.
They might be the same birds,
We
but
might have
they're-
found two. We might have found the same 2 birds, and they might have just matched up with another couple.
whatever we do, don't mess them up because it could be good for the morning.
You know what? We're gonna do what we have to try and get. We got 3 people right here and 3 tags. We can try to get a triple, but it's gonna be hard for you.
Yeah, I have my gun ready. I just finally got.
We gotta watch where they go first.
With new turkeys, and then they might be into calls, but don't try yet.
No, we're not set up.
Oh, Ryan had to grab the camera, the decoy, everything.
Alright,
So what were the birds doing?
they were just feeding, but I was trying to get you guys to stop because when you first started moving, one picked up his head, stretched it out, but then went straight back to feeding, so he's still there.
Alright, so they're just hanging out. So we're just gonna sneak through the woods here.
Like I was saying, since there's 2 new birds, I got a good feeling that they want to act more dominant and call and gobble and
Yep.
respond to us.
Well, if we can get down there and get within earshot of them, maybe we can get the hens and the jake out and put those avian X birds and see if
With
we can
4
get
of
them to
them,
come
I
in.
think it'd be worth setting.
4 of them would probably want to come in and snot out of that avian X.
But my opinion is since there's 4 jakes, it would be a bad idea to make a set up in a spot where we can shoot and not worry about filming first.
Yeah.
But if I can, a triple would be pretty sweet.
Alright, well, let's go do it.
So, as they're trying to get around, they heard us up in the woods, and so they didn't really take off like they're super scared, but they didn't feel comfortable, so they dropped down into the woods. We were going to ease around and try and get into that field where we saw them before, in hopes of being able to call or just have something happen, and we'll see what happens. Talk to y'all later.